Good morning. Today we are going to cover the topic rural and regional development in India under human settlement. And today we are going to look after various planning concepts. And in this is a term boulevard, and this boulevard is a term which means about the city in which the wide road, which is covered with trees on the either side, are along the center of the road, and this is known as boulevard. And these are all the architects which we are going to look after today and about their planning concept. Architect one is Ebenezer Howard. He designed the garden city, and we see in brief inside the following slides. And Patrick Gedges, he designed the conservative surgery concept. And C.A. Perry, he designed neighborhood concept. And Lika Bashir is the architect. He designed the grid concept. And Ebenezer Howard is an architect who did the garden city concept, and this garden city planning is a Western urban planning, and this is a concept which is developed in 1898 to solve both urban and rural problems. And this is the key planning idea for many of the designs in 20th century. And this garden concept is a part of an urban movement, and it is an urban method. It evolves urban planning which was initiated in 1898 by the Ebenezer Howard. And in garden cities, which is intended in self-contained communities, which evolved the green belts. In this green belts, many area of residences, industries, and agriculture are involved in this garden city. So, what is the garden city is about? So, garden city is about the urban growth of many new towns in the existing cities, and these towns are known as garden cities. So, this town has many population, dense population, and it is evolved with the central city also. So, this is what this diagram implements, and this is the time period of the development of garden city. Garden city was established in 1899 by the concept of garden city, and its association was formed in 1903. And Leechworth, who designed the garden city with 35,000 person, and in 1920, Welwyn, he designed with 40,000 population. In 1947, Lichworth, he designed with 16,000 population with 100 factories. And Welwyn also designed 18,000 population with 75 factories. This is what the important years of garden city evolution. And this garden city planning has a three-tier magnetic concept. In this three-tier magnetic concept, one magnet is about the town, another one is about the country, and the successive magnet is about town country, which is the magnet which evolves with the successful all the garden city concept implemented inside. And this garden city has this is an impressive diagram of three magnetic concept. In this, town magnet, country magnet, with their advantages and disadvantages, will evolve a successful design in the third town country magnet. And natural people prefer the third one, that is the garden city. This garden city has a concept of co-garden city principles. So we can see about what is the principle of garden city. This garden city involves three principles. One is strong community. So the community inside, that is the people living inside the community, has a very strong base, and the development is in an organized way. The hierarchy of development will be in a very proper way. That is known as ordered development. And the third thing is environmental quality. Environmental quality is inside the community. The environment, both the green side and the concrete side, has given the equal importance. The green side importance is very much better. This says about the environmental quality. These were achieved by unified ownership of land to prevent individual speculation and maximize community benefit. So, as the people are very strong and being together, this unified ownership gives a very successful garden concept, and they have a very careful planning, and they provided a very generous living, and the workspace for maintaining the concept in the and the natural qualities is also very helpful. And this social mix and good community facilities together make the garden concept. They also this also limits the growth of each garden city, and the local participation of the people in decision making of every local decisions is very intensive in the case of garden concept. And in case of affordability in garden concept, Howard want everybody to all income people in the garden concept should be participated, and most originally for those with the most modest incomes can also live in the garden concept. And the attractiveness of this living environment is they had become the most popular and the better living for the people. And the examples of the modest income garden city is Kapalya, that is in Finland, and Colonial Light Gardens, which is in Australia, and Orchova, which is in New York. And some garden city concept development always have the wealthy commuters together in their city making. And this is also the example of developed railway company. And this garden city concept was developed by in UK with 35 miles from London, and totally it is 3,822 acres, and they have the reserved green belt of 1,300 acres, which is very large. And this is designed for the population of about 3,000, 35,000 people of population. And in 30 years, it is developed to along with 15,000 of people with 150 shops and industries. So this is one of the successful garden city which was developed in United Kingdom. And next is Welwyn, which is also in United Kingdom, which is 24 miles from London. And this is 22,378 acres, which is designed with 40,000 population. In 15 years, this is also developed with 10,000 more population, and 50 shops and industries got developed along with this. And next is in 1945, this garden city model was mutuated with satellites, and the new towns in many countries like Sweden, UK, and Hong Kong are the examples of this garden city concept. Each and every city started planning this garden city concept as it has become very successful. And next is we are going to look after C.A. Perry. He developed the concept of neighborhood concept. This neighborhood concept is about developing something nearby. So the people should not go a longer distance for their wanted things. So this is the concept of C.A. Perry, if we say in a simple term. So all the needs of the people should be in a very reachable distance for the people living in the community together. So he is an American planner. He lived from 1872 to 1944. So his formula is about neighborhood unit and community life. So the people should have only 5 minutes walk from the residence to non-residential components. This is what his idea about city planning. So this is what the neighborhood concept says. So Perry was concerned about the walkability and for the schools and industries and the people's workplace and the institutions and everything. This is what the concept is basically about. So Perry wanted people to reach the communities and non-residential places in a very walkable way. So this makes the people lifestyle very much easier without any congestion and without any traffic. So people, if they have everything in a walkable distance, they will not use more unsustainable energies. So this will become this lifestyle will become more sustainable. So this is why the Perry developed this concept. And this concept of neighborhood was developed from 1920 to 1930. So in this diagram, you can see the shops, schools, and the commercial places, even the working places, everything was availing within 1 mile. And this neighborhood concept has this is the vision of the neighborhood concept. You can see the roads are adjacent, and in the center of the road, you can see the community of living people. This community acquires everything, nearly the commercial office spaces, the shopping zones, school zones, and everything what the people need to live with will be inside the same community. So they doesn't need to move around a long way to go for any other things. So this is what the neighborhood concept vision. And this neighborhood concept also was evolved due to the industrial revolution and degradation of city environment. So because of this industrial revolution and degradation, we can see the high congestion was minimized, and the heavy traffic movement through the city was also minimized, and the insecurity to the children for going to schools will also get minimized due to this neighborhood concept. And the distance location for shopping and recreation even is getting minimized. So even in our city like Chennai, we can see we are traveling from a very long distance from one place to another. for going for our needy things, which will make a heavy traffic while we are going to the home in the evening from the college or from the any workplace. So this will be avoided if this neighborhood concept has been implemented. Even now in abroad, they will not allow the children to join a school which is 1 kilometer away from their home. So this is also one of the a small pattern of neighborhood concepts. So creating a safe, healthy physical environment using this vision of neighborhood concept in which children will have no traffic streets to cross on their way to school. So without a traffic, children can easily travel from their distance to the home. And the environment for women also will have an easy walk for their shopping centers or their shopping zones for buying their household goods even. So people employed can also have a convenient transportation without traffic, and they also have a well equipped playground near their locality, which is very safe for the children and other friends to have a healthy environment, and a good mindset and spirit. So this is all the advantages of this neighborhood concept. So what are the 6 basic principles which we can see in the neighborhood theory? So traffic route should not pass through residential neighborhood. This is the first point. So residential zones should not face the traffic. This is what the first principal vision of neighborhood concept. And the second thing is about internal street patterns which to be designed and constructed through the curvy layout and light duty surfacing. So the internal street pattern should also be well designed and constructed without any congestion, and the population of the neighborhood cities should necessarily be taken into account for making the implementation of the elementary schools. So the school should taken into account about the neighborhood cities even for the people living there. And this neighborhood focal point should be also should also allow the centrally located or or a common or green along with other institutions that have service area coincident with the neighborhood boundaries. So neighborhood boundaries should also be taken into account while they are planning about the zones like shopping zones, mainly institutional zones and other things which will be used by the people in the distance. That is after the boundary. And the radius of the neighborhood should be maximum of 1 by 4 miles. So the neighborhood people can use the needs only with 1 by 4 miles of the distance. And the shopping district should be sited at the edge of the neighborhood. So this is what they're saying. Shopping distance also should lie within the edge of the neighborhoods. So the next thing is principles of neighborhood. So what are all the principles that neighborhood context should maintain in this concept? So unit of urban planning. So if every urban planning should be made within the units and the street system. So the system should be very clear without the traffic, and the facilities for the people should be made very clear, and the population should be the place should be planned along with the scale of the population, and the sector should be very cleanly separated, and the size and density of the place should be calculated for the zones they have separated, and the neighborhood walkway should also be clean and without any traffic, and protected strips should also be placed along the way for protecting the people. So these are all the principles of neighborhood. And the next thing is the city should be in a very compact size, and the users should be in a variant way. It can also be used in a varied uses. So, and then the networks of streets should not be congested, and it should be very clear. So if the network is very clear, only the planning can be made in a very proper way. And the next is the public open spaces should be very properly used. And the next is the building typology of various building forms should be found in all the communities and zones, and the parking strategies to be followed by each and every community, and the transit opportunity should be used properly, and the compatibility and predictability can also have a vital role in the design. Next, human settlement planning terms. So this is what the population density which we can see in the places of a neighborhood concept plan zones. And the next is Patrick Gedges. Patrick Gedges planned the concept of conservative surgery. So this conservative surgery is about linking the people to the social places. That is, the people needs entertainment. People is not only using the residential zones, they are also using institutional zones, commercial zones, entertainment and refreshing zones. All these places should be linked together in a community, which make the people to have a very easier lifestyle. This is the idea of conservative surgery concept. He is a founder of modern town planning. So modern town planning was it was enriched by Patrick Gedges. He linked the social concept of town planning, and he had made the survey before planning. That is, he diagnosed the city before making the concept of conservative surgery. And this was done by Patrick Gedges during 1854, and it was settled in 1886, and the Outlook Tower was developed in 1892, and the exhibition for the city and town planning was made in 1911, and in 1915 it was published as in published City in Evolution. In 1920, the professor of civic and sociology in University of Bombay. In 1924, he settled in Montpellier in France. So this is about the year of evolutions of conservative surgery concept. So Gedges, he need to develop the relationship between the people and the cities, and he need to see how effective the city and the people link with one another. So this is what the Gedges concerned about. He emphasized the people do not only use the place for shelter. They also have food, work, recreation, and social life, which is also linked with people's everyday life. So this makes the house inseparable for the as a part of neighborhood and city and the surroundings, open country and the region. So not only the shelter, along with shelter, food, work, recreation, and people living together. That is a social life. All these things along with this made a city. Shelter, food, work, recreation, and social life. So all these things to be linked together in a well communicated way. So Gedges also, he originated the idea of regional survey and city survey. So in this regional survey and city survey, he made equipments like miner, woodman, hunter, shepherd, peasant, gardener, fisher. So this is how the development involves. From miner to fisher, the valley section has evolved the growth of transformation, and the valley section also developed a relationship of folk, place, and work. So the folk is about the social aspect, and the place is about the physical aspect, and the work is about the economic aspect. So all these things together plans a planning concept of conservative surgery. He also believed that urban planning should be the general thing in specializing the disciplines. He also showed the nature's occupation about the place, and starting from the head of the valley of the hunter, miner, woodman, shepherd, poor and rich person, the fishermen also have the works which is closely related to the surroundings. So the geographical space of the work, folk, and the people together work makes the environment, and this continuously struggle between the environment and society. So society and environment together work with all these three: folk, place, and work. So these three things make the environment and society together to make the link. So this is how the valley has been developed from. So this is about the diagnostic survey of conservative surgery concept. In this diagnostic survey, we can see the old townhouse is becoming the new town issue, which face the difficulties of old townhouse, which will be solved with opportunities in new town issue. Then the lack of contact has been solved with the cooperation of being together in a community, and civic service has been solved with the value of being considered. So in this, city planning must be constantly be in a view of the whole view old city as a new city in all the levels, for solving the problems of city planning and for improving the situations, for turning the difficulties into opportunities. This is what the conservative surgery concept means. He also stressed the lack of contact with the cooperation. So the lack of contact and cooperation has between the western urban and rural areas, and about the artificial disassociation between the man and the universal nature, has become the trend in becoming the lack of contact towards the cooperation. So this town planning and the city design are not a new science, but they are the recovery of life for the people living in a lack of contact, and it is related to our civilization. And they also asserted with participation of civic survey, and this also says about the values of life in a way of wealth, health, civilization, and art. It also to be considered, and for the town planner, local knowledge, and under the standing of essentially being together with a consideration and fact. So this is about the conservation surgery concept means. It has the highlights of old town issue into new town issue, and the lack of contact is served with cooperation, and civic survey is also has been solved with the value of being considered. So next is about the conservative surgery. So the conservative surgery is about removal or renewal of the process which is already been there, and the removal from the part of the region, and the not encourage of grid pattern. This conservative surgery does not encourage the grid pattern, and they also have very smoother traffic in solving the problems, and they spot the study of necessity. So what is the necessity of the people living there has been studied, and the problems and the people has been converted into the opportunities of the people, and the the space is also made more spacious. So this will make the people to move around very freely. So this conservative surgery says about the problems in the city and the immediate attention to the problems like slum clearance and the increasing traffic to be solved and the urban renewal. So these are all the things, and dealing with the relatively shorter things, the term problems, and the Gedges also developed the special technique like conservative surgery. And this conservative surgery is more or less is like a renewal process for the removal of some places. So he did not encourage about the gridiron pattern, so which make the expelled large population of people, which results in congestion, and they also indirectly create a congestion between the quarters area. So this congestion makes the high intersection of inside the region, and this also creates a very smooth traffic flow. So removing the congestion of people, that is the densely populated area, makes the traffic flow very smooth, which is carefully selected houses. The old houses has been selected and it has been dilapidated. And this conservative method demands about the long and patient study of the plants and spotting about the plants. So this conservative study is a very long study which about the historical origins has been taken, and it is a very long study, and the older houses in the older regions has been dispelled, and this newer regions has been made with the older regions had made with the renewal process, and the newer region also taken into account, and this insisted the preparation of general designing, that is the improvement of areas without any reference of older towns. So this either have a regular formal individual thing or an informal latter thing. So this older town has, with the help of citizens, this older town has been expelled, and the thinking of new space with the craftsmanship helped to make many older cities of India into many newer towns. So this is about the conservative surgery concept has have many uses, and this has, cities have also have the highlight of this six in the right side of the slide. And this conservative surgery also we can see this is a place which is before improvement and after improvement. You can see the region has improved with many spaces, and the region have alignment and composition inside the same space. We can also see about the rural development, urban planning, and city design are not the same. So we can also see the common planning process between the rural development, urban planning, and city design varies. And the term conurbation, that is the population inflow of the people into the larger cities for job opportunity, and this overcrowding and slum formation make the backflow of the city. So people will come to inside the city and make it densely populated for their job opportunities and for their every need, and make the area overcrowded and very densely populated. This make the formation of slums, and this will make the city to backflow again, which will be resulting in amorphous sprawl and waste creation, and unnecessary obsolescence. So these are all the things which are the disadvantages inside the conurbation in according to the planning concept of conservative surgery concept. So this is the conservative surgery concept which has been made in Delhi, and this is something which has been made in London. This is about the Indian study and the international study. And the sequence of planning is about regional survey, which also includes the rural development, town planning, and the city design. So these are all the four sequence of planning inside the surgery concept. They also kept constantly up to date. So they gave the expert advice about the improvement of 18 major towns in India. And this conservative surgery had took over the shot of in 1892. This spectacular views, which is surrounded in the city region, which is positioned from the top of the camera. So from the top, you can see how it has been highly pointed, which refracts the image onto a white table within. So which makes the study and survey. And next is the tool of the conservative surgery is about the regional analysis, that is analyzing the region and the index museum and the world's first social laboratory. So these are all the things which we can see, which is the tool of this conservative surgery concept. They also represent about the essence of Gedges. You can see the holism, visual thinking, and the commitment about understanding the city in one particular region. They also say about the greatest need which is being today is about the conceiving the life into a whole. That is, from many sides we have a proper relations, that is the linkage of life to every single social aspects, and this interest has been integrated and viewed in the life. Now the tower in the Patrick Gedges, which is with the planning studies, will achieve, and the exhibition has been housed. So this is about the concept of conservative surgery. And next is about Le Corbusier. He is a French architect whose ideas is about modern town planning. He is one of the famous architects which we all know. And this Le Corbusier, he wanted to make the man to live an urban life. So he needs to give the security and easily collective design with individuality. He also have the idea of a visual order in his designs. So relationship and the city as a synthesis of to form an embracing varieties of structures, and the system is the theme repeatedly proclaimed by him. So he is saying about the design to be visually ordered, and he also want the varieties in the structure. He also want the theme to be repeated, proclaimed in the same structure. This is what the designing concept of Le Corbusier. He also tried to make a different, totally different, exciting zones, and he also wanted to grow the population with the missions. He also took all the advantages which is potential for the speed and verticality. So he has three examples for that. One is contemporary city, radiant city, and linear city. You can see the contemporary city which has been spread all over, and the radiant city, which is about 1.5 million population, which has been radiated on all the sides with one central interfugal point. This 3 million population with contemporary city, and this linear city which has been developed in a linear format. So this is about the three city planning concept which has been developed. So every planning has a grid concept, which is a major thing in Le Corbusier's design. And the background of this city development, which has been developed in early 20th century, and this grid concept has the city in early 20th century and the population growth, which has been these are all the branches of the early 20th century cities. One is population growth, the other thing is the broken traditional pattern and reconstruction of new structures, and traffic congestion, environmental pollution. These are all the branches of problems which has been faced in city in early 20th century. And they also influence the growth of industry has been attracted by large number of people initially, which has been resulted in the dense city population, and the traditional urban pattern also make the industrial needs to be developed, and the new structure and in the commercial and industrial centers, transportation hub centers also formed. This industrial development as a well as well as population expansion leads to the traffic congestion. So as the industries developed, many job opportunities got into it. Because of this job opportunity, many people jump into the cities, which result in dense population. This dense population make a traffic congestion, and this traffic congestion resulted in a city pollution, and this pollution is because of industries and also because of the people living there. This makes the living condition inside the city very poor. So this is about the situation of life in early 20th century, which is the background of city development in early 20th century in the grid concept. So Lee Bashir want to make urban centralism, and he also believed that to bring the energy of the city in the center, that is known as centralization. So here you can see the two concepts. One is decentralization, that is making to spread all the site from the center. Other thing is centralization, making the center as a core and bringing all the things towards the center. So these are all the two concepts. One is centralization of the space, and that is the transformation of function into new urban environment that has been created to meet the requirement of modern society. So Lee Bashir considered that the main problems in the city were greatly, it has been increasing population which made the problem in the city. This is the conflict between the number of growth in city and the transportation speed, and also the lack of green. So because of the development of population and the pollution, the green development has been decreasing, and it also provides enough sunshine, good ventilation and outdoor activities. So this is about the development of grid concept. And the next thing is about the four principles. So what are all the four principles of this grid concept? One is decreasing the congestion. So it's about decreasing the traffic concept. The next is increasing the population density. So one is decreasing congestion. Other one is for decreasing the congestion, we just wanted to decrease the population of the people. And other thing is diversifying transportation. So this is about diverse, the transportation should be diverse on all the sites to make the one particular area to be more traffic. And that next is expanding the green area. So expansion of green cover can also lowers the pollution. So decrease in congestion in the city, increasing the density of population towards the city center, diversity ways of transportation, expanding the green area. These are all the four principles of Lee Bashir's concept about the grid concept. And Lee Bashir also, about the contemporary city, he had the Chandigarh as an example, which is a well-planned city which was developed in British rule in 1947, which has a capital city as Punjab and Haryana. And this city is located in the junction of Himalaya foothills and the Ganga plains. So the houses and the population here, it's about 1,54,600 inhabitants who are living there. And this was the richest city of the nation, which was designed by the architect. The architect names is Albert Mayer and Matthew Nowoki. So these are all the two first architects who were appointed to design the city of Chandigarh. And Lee Bashir was commissioned along after the death of Nowoki. And this was the fan-shaped city which was developed by Albert Mayer. Next, the proper grid-shaped city which is developed by Lee Bashir in aftermath of Chandigarh. And this Lee Bashir has developed the city into the planning of body parts. That is, head is the capital and the heart is the center of the city. Lungs will say about the valley, open spaces and many green sectors. That is the lungs. Then intellect. The intellect is the cultural and educational institution. And next is the circular system. The circular system is saying about the network of roads. That is the 7 network of road which has been saying. Next is the Viscera. The Viscera is about the industrial areas. So we can see about head, heart, lungs, intellect, circulatory system and Viscera. These are all the circulatory system is about the roads, that is about the linking about all the 7 ways. And the next thing is the grid Chandigarh planning. In 1951, the Chandigarh planning was given to Lee Bashir. He was a self-supporting neighborhood unit known as sector. He developed the concept of sector, which was developed with mainly 4 junctions, which has been adjoined to the neighborhood units, and houses are open up inside. This gridiron pattern was done in the concept of Chandigarh, and in the manner of everything was easily clear about the routes and sectors. 7 road system was developed, that is B1, B2, V3 to V7. This has been developed. These are all the roads, V3, and this is V2, V1. So the roads has been made in a grid pattern by Le Corbusier. And this basic planning of the city is they accommodate from 3,000 to 25,000 population. There is also 30 sectors in Chandigarh, where 24 are residential in that 30, and the roads are with the high speed roads with the bus stops for each 400 meters. So this is the main principle of this sector concept is uh, it's that never a door will open on the surrounding of fast vehicular roads. So with the fast vehicular roads, there is no residential door openings. This is the principle of this grid concept of Chandigarh. And the size of the sector is based on the concept of no pedestrian need to walk for more than 10 minutes. So there is no place which is needy for to walk more than 10 minutes. This is also one of the concept of gridiron pattern. And the primary module of this city design is known as sector, and the neighborhood unit, which is from 800 meters to 1200 meters. Each sector is self-sufficient unit with shops, schools, health centers, and the places of recreational worship. And the population of series from 3,000 to 20,000, which is depending upon the size of plots and topography of the area. And next is how the hierarchy of green places has been made in Chandigarh. So this hierarchy of green spaces are observed in the layout ranging of public greens and city level. From city level, it has been ordered to semi-private and private green areas. So this city level public green spaces are artificial water bodies, and free flowing green space will connect all the entire site, and semi-private zone is about neighborhood pockets, and private zone is about residential units. Next is about the leisure valley, that is a green sprawling space extending from northeast to southwest along the seasonal river, led gradient and conceived by this Le Corbusier lungs of the city. And apart from large public parks and special botanical garden, the houses also have many fitness trails, amphitheaters, many spaces for open air exhibition even. So this is about the city of Chandigarh, and these are all the comparison of all the city with the gridiron pattern like Chandigarh, that is New York City, Savannah, Tokyo, Barcelona, and Baghdad. So these are all the city, the same thing planned like a gridiron pattern. So this is about the unit, and it has been completed. So as we see the rush through, we look after the gridiron pattern which has been designed by Le Corbusier. We look after the concept of Perry. We look after the concept of gauges. So these are all the things we have seen today about the neighborhood concept, about the uh, neighborhood concept and the radiant concept, Le Corbusier and conservative surgery concept, which has been designed by Patrick Gedges, and neighborhood concept, which has been designed by C.A. Perry, and the other thing is Garden City, which has been designed by Patrick Ebenezer Howard. Thank you.